Nakikiusap lang ako sa mga ulol na to. Kung sino yung gumagawa ng ganun. Pwede bang sabihin ko sa inyo na do not the people of the Philippines. Huwag ninyo kaming isali, buhay pa ako. Kayong nasa bureaucracy, better stand up straight and be counted as a true Filipino. Otherwise, you are asking for your early demise. Alam mo, pag nagkudita ito, patayan lip and right yan, baka una kayo.
Let me start with the procedure. When the President submits the budget to Congress, so it's usually submitted by the DBM to the House of Representatives because the budget emanates from the House of Representatives. Then, pagdating sa House of Representatives, matanggap yung National Expenditure Program and the other documents, yung BASF, at saka other related documents sa budget. Then, dadaan yun sa first reading, second reading, third reading. So, after it's approved on third reading, pupunta sa Senado. Pagdating naman sa Senado, the same procedure, first reading, second reading, and third reading. So, usually, magkaiba yung naipasa ng lower house at saka upper house, yung ating lower house of Congress at saka Senate. Then, whatever is the difference, i-harmonize yan sa pamamagitan ng isang tinatawag natin na Bicameral Conference Committee. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee naman, pagkatapos nila, gagawa yun sila ng Bicameral Conference Committee report. Yung Bicam report na yun, assuming okay na, itirmahan nila yun at i-ratify ng both houses, ng Senate at saka House of Representatives. After the ratification, so lalabas na yung enroll bill, pupunta na yun babalik sa Presidente. The President will sign the budget for it to become effective, for the budget to operate the following year. Sa nakita ko kasi, may nakita akong maraming kulang sa Bicam report. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, pinirmahan kahit may mga nakikita tayong blanco. Ang ibig sabihin, merong discrepancy. So, paano discrepancy? So, with all these findings, makikita natin na defective yung Bicam report. Bakit pinirmahan ng members? So, the House and the Senate ratified defective Bicam report. In other words, apektado yung ating GAA because Bicam report was defective. What was ratified by both houses are defective. Ang dami ko lang na blanco that can be shown in the Bicam report at firmado.
The President was supposed to sign it December 20, pero natulak ito ng December 30 at sinasabi nga nila na pag-aaralan daw dahil sinasabi ng Malacanang na ang Administrasyong Marcos ay been very prudent in programming and budgeting. But with this revelation now of Congressman Sid na pumirma ang Bicameral Conference Committee ng blankong final committee report, ito'y magpapasinungaling doon sa sinasabi na nagsagawa ng isang complete staff work at nagsagawa ng due diligence ang tanggapan ng Pangulo.
We were required for every item that we need to spend for next year, we have to justify it, and we submitted it to the Office of the President. And once the President endorsed it to Congress, yung sinabi naman ni Congressman Ungab na dadaan sa first reading, second reading, ibig sabihin po niyan, pinapadala kami sa Kongreso to justify our budget proposal for the following year. Ibig sabihin, mabusisi yung budget proposal. Kaya talagang I was really in shock when kung mabusisi pala yung proseso, pagdating sa dulo, blanco. Paano nangyari?
I have been chairman of the Committee on Appropriations from 2013 to 2016, and I was also chairman of the Committee on Appropriations in 2019. This is the first time that I saw a Bicameral Conference Committee report na may mga blanco. Nasyak nga ako.
Sino sa tingin mo ang nag-fill up ng blanco? Kung yung Bicam pa rin ba who operates as the third chamber o merong fourth chamber na unknown?
Well, let us assume na yung mga pumirma sila, but tama yung imagination mo. yung BICAM has been called now the third chamber kasi binabago talaga nila binabago nila yung budget. Binabago talaga nila lahat. So, that's why we call it third chamber. Yung possible imagination na may fourth chamber na nag-fill up. Well, kung meron man, those who sign are still responsible kasi sila pumirma. Unconstitutional, yung education budget, nalampasan ng DPWH. When I reviewed the PhilHealth budget, sabi ko, tingnan ko kayo yung BICAM report. Tingnan ko yung BICAM report because I want to know kung ano ba yung ginawa nila. Na-shock ako nung nakita ko. Pag-open ko sa BICAM report, naku, may mga blanco.
Pagka ganon, there's something terribly wrong. And as a matter of fact, I would say, kung may mga blanco yan lumusot, that is not a valid legislation. Kung nasa batas na yan, lumabas na yan ng blanco-blanco, either it could be filled up before or after sa Congress, pagka ganon, what must be submitted is the true and correct figure coming out as prepared by the budget submitted to Congress for appropriation. Pagka putol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget for implementation as law. It's not only inaccurate, but I think the budget is in totality invalid. Hindi na pwede mag-blanco-blanco dyan sa pera ng tao. Ano ka man? It's people's money. Maglagay ka ng mga mga provisions, but without the true and correct items or money that would be appropriated by Congress, by the people owning the money. So everything must be explained clear, patent, without doubt na itong pera na ito para ito sa ganito. Itong para na ito para sa eskwelahan, ito para sa agriculture. But you do not leave any item there vacant. Itong pera na ito blanco to be filled up later on. That is not allowed by law. And that budget is already, I would like to remind Congress, mali ho yan. It's invalid. Please correct it. And demanded explanation kung bakit dumating sa inyo yan na ganun kablanko. Para ka na, binigyan ka ng blanco check dyan, o sige, bahala na kung ano ilagay ninyo. In the same manner, yung mga blanco-blanco dyan, whatever or whoever corresponds to that particular item is free to just fill up the amount. That is not, by all commandments of the law, that cannot be valid, invalid, unenforceable. And kung na-implement na, it must be corrected and the money returned if already spent or corrected. Kung sino man ang ano niyan, they have to give us the explanation. Otherwise, sabihin ko sa mga Pilipino, huwag na kayo magbayad ng buwis ninyo. Ganun lang naman, pinagsasayang ito mga kumang na to. Puro check na blanco, then they try to pass it as a law, and they are free to choose now the amount which they want to place. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang reserva nila, kung anong gusto na ilagay sobra doon sa pera natin. It could be that the money is in the hands of the government now, or future appropriations, or reserva ba ito. If it is does not clear anything, then that is invalid and not correct. Typographical grammar or anything that has nothing to do with what the intent of the law or Congress wants. No, you put anything there that is not the reflection of what Congress has passed or what is really the correct amount doon sa mga budget, i-jumble-jumble ninyo, that is falsification of law. Perjury or whatever, perjury, forgery, and it can only amount to one thing. Alam mo ano? It's criminal action. You can all go to jail for that. At kung ano, ako ang binigyan ng trabaho to follow up these things, and ganito ang lumabas, my God, you will all go to jail. Mabigat yan. public document na yan. So if it's different from what was really intended by Congress, or was not really through an accurate copy as passed by Congress, that is falsified or forgery. In which case, mamili ka lang, forgery, falsification, or jail. Alin dyan sa tatlo, papasok sa iyo. These are the things that cannot be delegated, especially the amounts. Hindi mo pwedeng biro-biro yan. It must be exact. Nandiyan po lang sa Congress paglabas niyan, if the amount is 1 million, it's 1 million. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na kayo na mag-correct dyan 1,200,000 or make the corresponding inaccuracies, or sabihin mo yung anong pinag-usapan na dito after the law was passed. You cannot correct it by yourselves. It has go to the main body or to the person who was the authority to define and characterize the law. Kung ibigay mo yan dyan sa inyo, at most inyo is typographical error or maybe mistakes in spelling. But you cannot change the germane to the topic of the... That's not allowed by law. That's a very dangerous thing, tinkering with itong batas natin. Because it could change, it could be serious, and it could put the trouble in the system dito sa ating the separate of powers ng Supreme Court, Judiciary, and the President. Hindi talaga pwede yan. Hindi talaga pwede. That's in plain, that's bullshit. Either somebody there is stupid or more stupid than the others. Huwag mong gawain niya because it carries with it a lot of legal consequences. Isa dyan, yung mapriso ka. And you cannot escape the rigors of scrutiny kasi dadaan ng maraming papel. And it goes back to the proponents, kung may kopya sila, pero sabihin, hindi ko ito sinabi. This is wrong because I never advocated for this kind of action. Malikot ang papel sa gobyerno. So do not try to, for those enterprising or whatever you want, huwag mong gawain niya kasi talagang kung sa opisina kita, barilin kita. Totoo, para mga pinaiya. You are dealing with the people of the Philippines. You do not issue a blank check to anyone because that is really addressed to the government first. At ang mga taga-gobyerno ang maglagay ng what's the ano yung sabihin? Sila na ang maglagay, ang sekretary o ang direktor? Anong kalokohan ng naisip ninyo niya? Ito yung mga blanco. Hindi mo cannot pass a law with blank.
It has to be complete and done.
That is not allowed. Bakit mo ilagay blanco dyan? Oh, if it's a contingent amount, you press the contingent amount. Whether it falls short or sobra, then you can add. Or kunin mo kung may sobra. But you cannot speculate by placing a blank there for the amount of the appropriations or whatever it is. It's just not, it is not allowed by law. You cannot pass an incomplete appropriation or bill for that matter, whatever. It leaves an speculation. Mag-ano pa yung tao, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Ano bang ilagay natin dito? Then, whoever is the end user of this papel would have the, ngayon, kung bright ka, sige, ilagay na natin dito, pasobra natin ng punti. Para yung, ganun talaga yan, o kulang. O sige, sobrahan ninyo, o kulangan ninyo. Then you leave the money intended for any public purpose to the speculation or to the guessing game of the people who are supposed to implement the law. And lahat na, President, lahat ng senador, pati yung judiciary, that there is something terribly wrong going on, if need be, you file the necessary corresponding charges anti-graft kung sino nagpalusot niya into its final form na dumating sa inyo. You did not really na-approve na sa Congress. Any attempt to pass on to Congress a falsified or a thing which is not a document which is not true and correct is, as a matter of fact, at that point already a consummated crime. I hope that the appropriate action can be taken by ikaw, Sid, or any other Filipino dito nakikinig sa atin ngayon. Ako sana, pero matanda na ako, matagal na ako nawala sa practice, but nandito sila, Atty. Delgra and the rest of the taga Davao. Meron naman marami kami ditong talagang totoong Pilipino nagmamahal sa bayan. So I'm sure that they would not allow these things to pass just like that. Mahirap yan.